How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the first official Broken Tusk podcast. I am your main host, Wrath of Mandalore, here with my co-host, Sklee3PO. How you doing, buddy?
Going on? Doing wonderful, man.
Good to hear. And then we also have our lovely friend. You know him. Some of you love him. Some of you don't. You're wrong. The Star Wars Closet. How are you doing, my man?
The one and only.
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be your first guest, and I'm a little under the weather. So if I sound like I'm under the weather, it's because I am.
Damn. It must be all that Dominican sun that you got.
It is. It's the Dominican sun, and it's probably a little bit of allergies. Probably both things.
Literally 30 seconds in.
Nerd, yeah, dude.
Wasting no time.
I got my haters. Haters for me are just confused fans. That's really all it is.
That's an interesting take on it, man. That's an interesting take for sure.
A positive spin.
Well, yeah, what you boys got going on right now while I fix a mobile issue?
Just looking at two beauties right now.
Oh, I don't know where the hell the other one.
Did you call me lovely? I loved that.
I said beauties, but I mean we'll go with lovely.
No, Sklee, you called me beauty, but I think Raph called me lovely. I think
he did. He gave you. Oh wow!
Closet. No one's ever called me that. Nothing much, man. Just happy to be on the Broken Tusk podcast.
Yeah, bro. 101, bro.
He's not getting paid.
No, I'm not.
Yet?
Yeah.
We can fix that. A little Star Wars nerd sponsorship.
Magneto shirt, bro.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, everything else is packed up at the other house, bro. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is what remains of the previous setup.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Better than my setup.
Nice couch, bud.
The couch.
The couch.
Green pillow, Falcons blanket.
Let's go. Maybe rise up.
Ew.
Rise up, Doc.
Damn, man. Yeah, we got a lot of news to hop into today. Quite a lot of news going on, and then we got a little special Wrath of Mandalore channel announcement here. So, yeah, it's gonna be sick. Why don't we just? I think we just hop into it, boys.
Jump right in. Let's get it.
Let's just hop into it. All right, there we go. First one's first. Our boy, Mark Hamill. We cannot get enough of Mark Hamill. We got to talk about him every week. It's a mainstay. Apparently, I don't know if you guys heard, but people are like blasting him online because of his new pricing in tiers for autos and like photo ops and shit. So I don't know how versed you guys are into that, but that is the price that they're all losing their mind about.
Minimum 700. That's just like what? Just the autograph? Yeah.
Up to 700 for autographs.
Oh, okay. Up to 7. Yeah. All right.
Which I don't think. I mean, because being honest with you, all right, here we go. According to this sign, 400 for an 8x10, 500 for premium, and 700 for bulky autograph. So that's going to be like a figure or large collectible.
It's expensive.
Yeah. I think it's expensive, but it's not like.
To me, it's not unreasonable.
It's not unreasonable, bro. Yeah,
and you know that Mark's always had a pretty steep price point for anything that he does. I mean, obviously, because people go online and sell. It's the same thing with George. You know, Lucas was reluctant to sign stuff for people. Yes, it's crazy expensive, but I mean, if you're a real fan and you want to have something memorable from a arguably the biggest movie icon of all time, then like
that guy.
A movie character icon of all time. And like, yeah, I mean, go for it. Like personally, I would pay for it. He's my favorite character, but I mean, it is expensive, man. Obviously things aren't cheap nowadays. So,
I mean, I'm an 8x10 guy. I'm an 8x10 guy. So for me, $400 for Mark Hamill, the auto, a sick photo, I'd eat that.
I'd eat it too. I would.
I mean, what Hayden and Ewan are doing like $250 a pop for photos
for
now. Yeah. I mean,
as they get older.
Yeah, I mean, as it becomes less of a, and Mark doesn't sign often.
No.
Oh, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like good on Mark, man. Like if he wants to do it. I'm not paying for it, but if Mark can pull it off, baby.
Right, and that's as they say here is like people are saying love Mark, but gotta say I lost a little respect for him for this. I know he's not the only one, and people have to make a living, but come on. I think what people fail to realize too, right, is the stuff like this, like they're getting paid to go to these cons, but it's not a whole lot.
No,
I mean, some of them are making probably a good amount, but it's like like that's how cons can afford to get people in the door too.
Yeah.
So that usually, from what my event experience is, it's usually percentage based. And then I think a lot of people won't show up if there's not enough pre-sale of stuff too, right? And so for me, it's like an 8x10 is 400. I think Billy D I saw was like minimum 350, 300.
Yeah.
So it's like I think Luke is infinitely more insane of a character and actor than Billy D. No disrespect to Billy D, but it's like Billy D's charging 350. I think we're on par here for fucking Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Yes, it's expensive, but like, man, like you said, if you're a huge fan, that's really nothing to you. Just be able to meet the guy and get a little memento. Come on, man. Like, it's worth it.
Right.
And anyone that shows up to something like this and sees that price point, they're not showing up and then being like, woe is me, I can't afford it. You know what I mean? Like,
right. The majority of people, like
people that are showing up
going
are getting
to a con to spend money.
Yeah.
You're spending the money.
Again, it's up to you though. Like, it's your joy. I'm not spending my money on that. I won't. I love Mark Hamill and I love Luke Skywalker, but I'm not dropping a minimum of 400. But that doesn't make me lose respect for Mark Hamill. If I'm Mark Hamill, I'm like, I'm gonna get my bag, dude. So that's fine with me.
Like people are calling it sickening and absurd. I mean, calling it a cash grab rather than a genuine interaction with fans. You pay for what you want, right? So if you want to interact with Mark Hamill, you pay.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if this was like 10, 15 years ago, I think that's a little steep. But nowadays, bro, like, I don't know.
That sounds about right to me.
It's all a money game anymore instead of doing it for the enjoyment of making young fans happy. Celebrities even do it like Mark Hamill.
Here's the thing, man. Like, if you didn't do it for the fans, he wouldn't do it anyway. If he wasn't doing it for the fans, he wouldn't be there.
Yeah, I mean, fucking, we could get the Han Solo treatment. He could just be like, fuck off.
Yeah, bro. He's in his 60s, man. Like,
I don't know. I mean, like, you guys are willing to spend $700 on fucking statues, but you can't spend $700 to get something signed by like
the arguably the most important character in Star Wars, like the most important character, if you ask me.
Right.
Like one of the faces.
The actor who portrayed him, what made Star Wars what Star Wars is. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like,
this is a crazy comment. I will never get paying so much for autographs. No one is worth paying $50.
Well, then don't pay it.
Don't pay it. Like,
it's not worth it for you. It's fine.
Yeah.
But it's definitely worth that for a lot of folks, man. I would love to get a plaque signed and just like be able to shake the guy's hand, just say a couple words to him. Like, that'd be super cool. I wouldn't mind paying that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can understand where people are coming from. Like it's saying here is like fans are already paying $250 to get into these panels and stuff like that, and there's not a whole lot of return on that. But that's not on Mark Hamill.
No, heck
no.
At all.
Not at all.
Not
at all. Because I mean, you got to think of it too, right? I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure Mark Hamill's paying for a plane ticket to go there. And a lot of these smaller actors are paying for their stuff to get there. I don't think these companies are flying them out. Like maybe they fly out of Mark Hamill. They'll probably fly out of Mark Hamill or get him a hotel room in there and stuff. But it's just like
granted, he probably's got some good Delta Sky miles, but
I guarantee he's got
he ain't flying Frontier, dude.
You better believe he ain't, dude.
I think you're the only person that's flying Frontier.
That's why I'm not paying for the autograph. I'm flying Frontier to Punta Cana and back, so I'm honestly paying for this autograph.
Yeah, I mean it's you pay for what you want.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, it's as simple as that. I mean, like,
if it ain't worth it to you, then don't pay it. Don't buy it, bro.
Right, and we're not talking about like a small character. Like this is Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Because I guarantee you, if people looked at, I guarantee you right now, if Hayden Christensen went to a con and he was like 400, nobody'd say shit.
Yeah.
Nobody'd say shit. You're already
Nobody
coughing
say
up
anything.
250 for him, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my take on it. Yeah, if you don't want it, don't buy it.
100%.
It's that simple.
You wanna go ahead and segue into the other Mark Hamill news, just so we can kind of get all the Mark Hamill out of the way.
Yeah, you go ahead and lead off that one, bro.
All right, man. See if I can pull this up, dude. So, actually, do you have it? Do you have the link there, like where you can screen share?
Let me.
Mark Hamill's comments. So you and I had a phone call about this on the way home. It's like, bro, this is my opinion on it. I think ironically, Mark Hamill has had the greatest idea for his character backstory that I've ever heard. You know, that I've ever heard, ever seen, whatever. In terms of the sequel situation. So basically, in a nutshell, like if you can't pull it up, in a nutshell, he said,
I got it.
Okay.
Just give me a second.
Go for it. I think it's genius, man. I think they should make it canon. It'll just give more. It'll flesh out, kind of his mindset and the actions that he made that we saw in episode 8. Make a lot more sense.
Yeah. Here we go.
Technical difficulties. I think it's genius, man. I personally think it's genius. I think it's dramatic. I think it fits the space opera theme. Kind of my thought before I even saw this today was like, if it was my decision to be okay, so like he has a wife, Mara Jade, whatever, she gets killed by somebody. I mean, that's got to be Mara Jade. She gets killed, or like she gets pregnant. They have a kid for whatever reason. She gets killed, and they have to exile the child, and that's why Mark, is grumpy in the way that he is. But that's the reason both of them dying in a traumatic way like that to me would justify why he has that moment of weakness in episode 8 that we see where he ignites his lightsaber when he's seeing that Kylo could destroy the rest of what he loves and cares about. That's to me makes a lot more sense as to why he would make that rash decision, just to even though he didn't act on it, didn't try to kill Kylo, but he ignited the saber in a fit of fear because he didn't want to lose more than what he already lost, which would be the two things he loved the most, the wife and the kid. And I think that's genius. I think they should implement that in the story and help flesh out a good bit of, including myself, didn't like about the sequels. We got to understand why Mark went from being this heroic, positive guy, Luke, not Mark, to being where he's at in the sequels, man. There's got to be a gradual steps to what happens. And so to me, that would make the most sense.
Yeah.
So
I think that in combination with the fact that like the entirety of his new Jedi Order is gone.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's
and I think the whole thing about the kid igniting the saber into himself, a la Skeleton Crew almost.
Yeah.
I feel like that would also help to explain why he saw the lightsaber and was like, fuck this shit, and threw it.
Yeah, could understand that. And like I was having a debate in the comments with somebody about this. They're like, oh, well, why would Luke Skywalker leave a lightsaber? Like, nobody said Luke left a lightsaber out. You have to understand, he's arguably the only person at his academy that it has any sort of knowledge or any sort of background with lightsabers. If you think about it, it's him and all these younglings, literally children, wielding laser swords. So any one of them could have been careless and left it out. And the kid who's in an awful environment, that's why Mark feels the guilt. A mistake happens and he feels guilty for it. And then Obviously, his wife passes because she can't deal with the grief. But like I said, that's a gradual step to why we see he's so disillusioned and fearful when he originally was this confident, I can bring my father back to the light, all this. So we got to see that. We got to see, it's just like how we saw Anakin's fall to Darth Vader. So we got to see the big moments that created his whole new perspective on why he is the way he is. Those two things definitely would take a large toll. And then like I said, going to your nephew, your prized student, and envisioning that he is going to do these horrible, horrible, horrible things potentially, in just a fit of anxiety and fear, ignites his saber, and then realizing what he did, feels guilty, but unfortunately he has the consequence in front of him, and that is Ben thinks he's going to kill him. So dude, like, to me, that is completely logical, and it's a good way that you can quote unquote fix/save the sequels, man. And so do it, bro. And like I said, ironically, it came from the guy who plays the character. And I haven't seen another on all the online posts on any of the ideas that I've thought of. I thought of some crazy, like the cloning, and the other one I told you guys, like, that's the best one I've heard. It's like, use it. We have a way out here. Use it. I could talk about this all day long, but that's just what I think.
I found it to be like it's a very, like, it sounds weird, but like a very Mark Hamill-y story, like, because he's very out there. And
true, yeah.
So when I read the story, I was like, I kind of liked the vibe. I was like, okay, yeah, like he felt out of love with the Jedi-isms and fell in love with a woman, and now they have a kid. I'm like, okay, I like this. And he was like, but then the kid died because he turned lightsaber on himself. And I was like, all right, yeah, like, I'm trying to think, like, if I had seen that in the movies, like if I'm sitting in the movies, they're like, their kid killed himself with a lightsaber, I'm like,
complete accident.
Luke's kid, Luke Skywalker's kid, like,
I mean, he's an infant.
Like, an infant, yeah. Like, I'd be like, I don't know how I would be. I feel like that I'd be like, what a weird plot twist,
Yeah, but accidents happen, man.
Accidents happen. Yeah, you're right. So,
and then the wife dying because of the guilt, like, that's double guilt, man.
Yeah. And then
that's double jeopardy.
You're not going to be the same after that. You lose the love of your life and your offspring, man. You're a father, so you understand.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, that would definitely change the way you think about it. You would second guess yourself. You would have anxiety. And so, like I said, to me, that would make sense as to why he was so fearful and anxious, and had the reaction he did with Ben. Is because he is afraid for that kind of thing to happen again. And so I'm like, logically speaking, all those things line up. And I'm like, okay, that would work.
I found it very interesting. I will say
it's
that,
very dark.
Dark and interesting. And I would add a hyphen, and I'd say weird. And then,
sure.
Like, I'd watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure. I'd watch it.
But how would you feel about it, knowing what you know about the sequels, and how would you feel? Would it help you feel any better about what happened? Because you have to understand, these stories, this whole the trilogy is not going anywhere. Where you had a lot of guys 30 years ago when the prequels came out. George, same thing. George Lucas destroyed my childhood, all that kind of stuff. I was not one of those people. I grew up with I love them, but you have to be able to see that. So it's like, how, like for a lot of people, the Clone Wars helped flesh out a lot of the prequels and help them to enjoy and understand it more. And to me, this is a similar thing. It softens the blow and gives a lot more explanation, which is what we desperately need, because it's still very disjointed. I think the majority of people can agree with me. It's very the trilogy itself is very disjointed, the 3 movies, but in terms of the rest of the other 6 behind it, yeah, we really need some solid explanation, and there's not a whole lot of space to be able to put something in there, but we need a good story, man. So
we need a good story, something other than, I had a feeling from the Force, now I'm going to kill my nephew, like something other than that. And I get this a little deeper than that. It's not as simplistic as, like, he was about to
no, it's not. It's not that deep.
Yeah, but like, he didn't try to kill him or anything like that. But he had a fear. Yeah. He had a moment of weakness when he saw this, and in an instant, turned on his saber, looked at it, and felt immediately was like, "What the heck am I doing?" Feeling guilt and shame. And then, by the time he comes to that realization, he looks over at Kylo and Ben, and Ben sees what he's doing, and he's like, "Ben, no!" So it was just all wrong place, wrong time, or awful situation. So, but we got to have a way to better explain, to make this more palatable. And so when you ask me, like, this is a good way to do it. This is one of arguably the best way that I've heard. But I don't know, man. Like I said, they're not going anywhere. Those movies aren't going anywhere. So we gotta have some sort of medium.
Yeah.
Darth Kenobi,
Darth
really
Kenobi.
appreciate it, man.
Welcome to the family, man.
Kenobi.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you.
Really appreciate you being here, man.
FaceTime me now.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you guys were saying, I think there is time and there is a way to fix certain things, but it's like, will we do it? Will we not do it? What would the format be for that? I mean, I feel like if we're gonna do a simple fix like that, it could be something as easy as like Tales of the Jedi kind of thing, you know?
Well, sure. So the way I look at it would be like this: if it was up to me. So it's like you got to think about it. So there's 25 from this point. There's 25 years till the first episode 7. So
Right.
6 of those years beforehand, right? Before episode 7, he begins his
the
exile.
academy, right?
No, he begins his exile.
Yeah.
So that leaves 19 years of time where you have Prime Luke with nothing that's happened. 19 years. That's a long time. That's almost 2 decades. So you get a trilogy. You get a whole trilogy of him with Mara Jade and Billion's Academy in his prime. We get what we wanted originally with the sequel. We thought the sequels were supposed to be what we wanted, right?
Because then they could do the whole Talon and all that stuff in there too.
Which we're getting right now, the heir to the Empire, the whole thing. We get to see Luke being the badass hero that we all want him to be, which he was in episode 6. That's what we all wanted.
Yeah.
So you get all that. But then what you do is once you have this, you got to also tell more of the story. So create a 7-season animated show like Clone Wars about Luke's Jedi Temple and him going on journeys with Ben, finding Jedi artifacts. And then you slowly but surely, you see little things. You see Ben's perspective. You see these crazy things happen. This is what we need, dude. Yeah. This is what we need.
And we could, in that time too, we could flush out the end of all the other, like the original 6 kind of the characters that are still floating around and doing stuff can kind of have their their segue.
Of course.
I mean, we even get we get a lot more of Leia being a Jedi
training, and then you could even have that in the movies, bro. We all want to see that. Come on, man.
We do.
We all want to see that.
I'm in.
You get to see Luke's adventures with Lando, which is in that book that we were looking at. Han. Why Han and Leia split up? Why did they split up? What happens? Mm-hmm. Is it because Kylo turns? Is that the reason they split up? Did it happen before?
I think that's a lot to do with that.
Probably. Either that or Han just wants to go out and be a smuggler, dude. He's a scoundrel. That's what he does. So like we need an explanation for this. We need to understand why we got to this point.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with
that. We got a closet fan. No, I'm just playing.
That's a cool Avi, man. I really like the Darth Kenobi.
It's sick. It is sick.
Kenobi's been a follower for a while, man. I appreciate you, bro.
OGs in the chat.
That's sick.
Yeah, I think all this is super interesting. Obviously, we could all probably make a video on this, but
yeah, sure. You know it, man. I could talk about this forever. There's all these other characters and stuff within that time frame too. It's like, what, is Ahsoka stuck on Peridea? Does she die? Does Mando die? Where is Grogu? Is Grogu with the Mandalorians? Which I imagine.
Yeah, because if Grogu doesn't die in this upcoming movie, which I can't imagine them killing him off in the Mando movie.
Yeah.
What the fuck is he doing?
He's a Mandalorian Jedi hanging out with the Mandalorians. He's the new Mandalore.
I think. And hear me out. I think Bo dies.
I think Bo will die too.
I think Bo dies in this movie, and then Grogu is left with the Darksaber, and he becomes the ruler of Mandalore.
I think they're definitely setting up for him to reforge.
He's gonna do reforge it, yeah, because he's not gonna be able to wield that motherfucker, bro.
I think they'll do it. I think they'll do it in the style of like a regular Jedi saber, how it just be black and be more like Yoda's. That's kind of what I think they're setting up for. But I think they'll have him be the new Mandalore. Maybe him or the Mandalorian will ride the Mythosaur. Maybe Bo
Babu Frick is gonna be his number one.
What'd you say?
Babu Frick will be his number one.
Babu Frick, dog, him and his squad pulling up. Dude, yeah, I can see that. But it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, we need an explanation for a lot of this. How does Boba Fett die?
He doesn't. Shut up, bitch.
You know, there's just so much, bro. Like there's so many different
Guys of
angles and
sadness.
things. Yeah, and I want to know, and even stuff outside of like the New Republic era, which obviously I'm super into that right now. But
Yeah.
you know, what's just Cal alive during the original trilogy? I imagine no, because like if you ask me, it's like the only other Jedi or Force users because they're not Jedi. Because the whole thing has to make sense canonically.
Cal was a Padawan during Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, I know, but like that's what I'm saying. But he is still alive.
Oh,
at this
OT
point.
after. I have a feeling he will be, just because it's like there's no point in bringing him into this and then immediately killing him off within 5 years.
I think he's got to die before the events of Episode 4 because canonically, we talked about this a little bit.
Yeah,
Because if you think
You're
about
right.
it, it's like Ahsoka and Balin are the only two exceptions. Why? Because they're both not a Jedi anymore. Because
Right.
when Ben Kenobi's like,
Well-
you will be the last of the Jedi.
Well, here's the thing:
Or
we
Yoda
don't
said, you
know.
will be the last of the Jedi.
We haven't
Episode
fully
6,
fleshed out
because they're not
Cal's
Jedi.
story,
Huh?
so Cal could fall.
And also, I think that would be sick too. What if Cal was the new Subael?
Or he
That'd be
gets
cool.
locked in some kind of Jedi temple and he just, loses.
Becomes a skeleton. And that's true. That's too, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So there's just so many different facets of this conversation. We just keep going on and on. So we can move on to something else if you'd like. But I really wanted to talk about that. I thought it was interesting. It kind of
that was
caught
great.
me today.
Yeah. The next bit of news that I just peeped on randomly on Variety. So apparently, our beloved Gareth Edwards told Business Insider that he would never make a Star Wars movie again, adding he's very happy to move on and do his own thing.
I can understand why. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's the same thing with Tony Gilroy. Yeah, I'm not 100%, but I would imagine it's because unless you're like a really big hyper fan and you really are diehard about Star Wars, you got to think about being a director coming into Star Wars. You have so many guidelines and there's so much pressure and stress and so many things that your higher ups do to change what you have. So you don't really have creative freedom. So unless you really understand the world and love the world and care and really want to invest in it, for people that are just filmmakers, it's really hard for them to just hop into Star Wars. Because like I said, you got to follow by the George Lucas lore. You got to worry about Kathleen Kennedy. You got to worry about all these other things. So I could totally get that. Is it a bummer? Yeah, definitely to some degree. I did really enjoy Rogue One. I thought it was a great film.
Yeah.
But that stinks, man.
I think the majority of it, like it goes on to saying here, is I think it has to do with how they kicked him to the curb and brought in Tony Gilroy for Andor.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's also this element of the Star Wars fandom is very, very intense.
100%, dude. Very
so,
toxic.
There's so much to follow, and then there's so much toxicity in the fandom that just makes it so tough.
Yeah.
So,
and one big misstep, dude, it could potentially ruin your career and your
brother.
your
even a little
also,
misstep, you can make a small mistake, and they'll be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, and then ruins your image. Then you can't go anywhere, and you just have everybody online just shitting on you. And I mean, we're even seeing it with Filoni, bro. And I think Filoni is by far the best option we have. In terms of a vision for Star Wars and kind of where all these different directions are going. But yeah, maybe you see that with him. And obviously, we don't even need to talk about KK, but dude, even the actors, bro, Amanda Lestenberg, you make wrong comments, whatever, you're cooked, dude. It's hard for other people to get a job.
Yeah,
so
definitely does.
Shoot, even for Hayden, bro, he's getting the love now, but you think about it after the prequels,
yeah.
He didn't really get many jobs. I love Jumper, but he didn't get any other opportunities because
Jumper's good, dude. I like Jumper. I never hear about that movie. It is a great movie.
That movie's sick. I'd actually be down to watch that on one of these days. I think it'd be fun.
I'm in. You let me know. I'm there.
Oh, we could do it. We can make it work.
I keep seeing it pop up, and I want to watch it again.
It's so good, man. I wish there was a second one.
Yeah, maybe since he's got a little bit of love nowadays, maybe they'll do a second one. That'd be tight.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
Y'all, I know ain't none of y'all seen it. Watching, y'all need to go just YouTube jumper with Hayden Christensen. Just watch
Please,
that.
please. Easily my second favorite Hayden Christensen project, obviously outside Star Wars, but yeah, man, interesting plot. He does a good job. It's been so much. It's been like at least probably. It's probably been like close to 20 years since
Probably.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know what else Hayden's in. I couldn't tell you like any other.
Oh, I got one that I want to watch, but it's
Not counting
for this.
Goosebumps.
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing too is, bro, it's about to be 10 years since Rogue One released.
That's wild,
That's
dude.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Wild.
That doesn't make any sense.
I remember it like it was yesterday going to see that first showing opening. It was.
I mean, it's by far, and it's not really a great bar to be set there. It's not a high bar. It's not a high expectation, but it's the best Disney movie we've got in the Star Wars realm.
Overall,
I think the only one that comes close would be Solo.
Yeah, if you're asking my personal opinion, I definitely really like Solo, but I think in terms of joy and like overall, I think, and also how it's held up over the years, I'd say my top two is definitely Rogue One's number one. I'd probably say Force Awakens number two, just because when that movie first came out, the thing that messed it was amazing. It was a huge hit. The thing that messed everything up was 8. That's when shit hit the fan, because people are like, okay, like, who's Rey? Like, is she Kenobi's daughter or whatever? I mean, I know now everybody gets flagged with Eagles, but like at that time when that movie came out, guys, it was a hit. Everybody loved it. It was unanimously loved. The issue was when The Last Jedi came out. That is when the problems started to come out of the bag. That's when
I've said the same thing, dude. I would say for me, the Disney movies, Rogue One, and then Force Awakens, because it was a very fun movie. Mm-hmm. See, like in context now, it's like
it's different.
All 3 of them, but like
sure, yeah.
But back then, it was like Rogue One is top. It's still today a top tier movie, great movie.
Yeah.
Then the next one to me is Force Awakens, and then Solo.
And that was their first 2 projects. They came out swinging, dude. And like at least it's And then crazy how things
fall apart.
Changed, man. Things changed.
Yeah. I think that one's I don't know. Maybe I'll rewatch those sequel disasters at some point.
I have been recently, man, and like I tell you, I've watched each one probably.
We got him. I
don't care. I've watched each one because what's important to me is the canon, the storyline. So where things can go, what do we need to see in order to get here? It's like we were talking about the Luke thing. That's important. You don't have to like whatever. Like there's things in those movies that I like. I don't love them. Mm-hmm. But to me, understanding the canon timeline is what's most important. What can happen after? What happens before this? That's because, like I said, the only way to make a poor story better is to create better stories around it, and like in order to flesh it out and make it better. So that's just the way it is. Yeah, man. And I've watched each movie now. I've probably seen Rise of Skywalker like 3 times. I've seen Last Jedi probably like 4 times. I've seen Force Awakens probably 5 times. But each time I've watched it, and I've made sure I've been really attentive to understand everything that's happened, the dialogue and stuff like that, I have found a bigger appreciation and understanding for the things that I didn't initially realize were true. So it's like when I first saw The Last Jedi, it's like, oh, like he tried to kill Ben, whatever. You go back and watch those things, that's not what happened. They explain everything. Luke is his point of view towards the end. Rey, there's a whole rebuttal. There's conversations with him and Yoda. Everything does make sense. Was it what I wanted? Was it disjointed? Was it what I wanted? Absolutely not. Was it disjointed? Absolutely. But things do line up. Within that movie, at least with The Last Jedi, things do line up and things do make sense. However, as much as I don't like them, they're there, and you got to really pay attention and listen. You can put your emotions aside and just really take it in, man, because it is a Star Wars project. You'll find things you really appreciate about it. Obviously, the music, the cinematography, the sound effects, it's visual eye candy. I love you. Note taking is key. Yeah, but he's right, man. You gotta. It took me a long time. I'm gonna be real, man. Like I was one of those people. I hate him. I grieved it's been over 10 years now. It's not what I want. It's not what I wanted Luke to be like, but at some point along the line, it is reality. You have to come to terms with reality. You have to begin to learn and understand what happened and what this is and, whatever. So you got to go back and at least hear it out and give it a chance.
Yeah.
Because your first time seeing a movie, you're not catching everything. Your second time you see it, you're not catching it. Your third time, you're not seeing it. So that's why, we're all huge fans. We keep rewatching the same movies. We love the original trilogy. We love the prequels. And so that's why we know so much about it. We keep learning things about it the more times we watch it. So I guess I'll tell people, if you hate them, it's like you gotta be able to go back and eventually, when you're ready, and like just listen, man, give them a chance. Really give it a solid review. Take notes. Really listen to the dialogue and the things that the characters are saying.
Yeah. That's why.
And then obviously you can like or dislike whatever you want, but make sure you really have an understanding of what you're seeing. That you really are seeing it all the way through.
I keep this DVD, this Blu-ray, because when this was coming out back in 2015, that was like the hype of Star Wars in
100%.
a long time. And when it came out, we were all pretty satisfied. If I remember correctly, we were all 10 years ago very satisfied with this movie.
Yeah.
So
brought up a lot of cool theories.
It's the only one I like out of all of them. And then Rogue
It's my favorite one out of all three, for sure.
For sure, yeah. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's my favorite one out of all three. You also can't watch it to bitch the entire. Exactly, you can't just watch. You got to really be able to sit down. Exactly.
I cannot wait.
Like, cause look, we like there. I was like that for the longest time, but like I said, you got to really sit down and listen. You can't bitch. Have an open mind. Really pay attention. Take it in. Understand what's going on in the story. Like you'll find you were wrong about a lot of stuff. The Physical Media is the dog. Come on, Physical Media is the best. I got the first 6 movies on Blu-ray.
Clone, dude, don't listen to Clone. He's just a
dude. When the nuclear holocaust happens, I'm gonna be watching the first 6 movies, bro.
Clone is like the king of just being a thorn in someone's side. That's all he is.
I think you're talking about Wrath, dude.
And Wrath.
Nope.
And Nerd.
This is MO.
No.
Yeah, man. It's like I've said before. I don't love the sequels by any means. I like things in them. But like I said, I want nothing more than for Star Wars to be at the top and for it to be loved and appreciated. And it's not going. You can't delete an entire trilogy. This was Star Wars for a whole nother generation, just like the prequels were for us. As much as I don't love it, I can only hope that it will be improved and the story around it will be better and it will all make real, much better, actual coherent sense in the entire saga. That's all I want. I want Star Wars to succeed. So that's my TED Talk.
Clone, we love you.
We love you, Banana Boy.
Yeah, Banana Boy. Don't you got a competition coming up? The banana scarfing competition.
That would be a comp that Clone's a part of.
Oh, Kenobi with the goated question.
What's your order of Disney Star Wars movies, best to worst? Okay, easy.
We're gonna be doing a ranking video at some point on the Wrath of Mandalore channel here, but we can do a live version of it. No, we can do a little live rundown because not everybody's gonna want to click on this podcast and watch 37 minutes, 38 minutes to
later on.
Get to this,
Rogue One, The Force Awakens, Solo, Rise of Skywalker, Last Jedi.
Okay, so mine's literally the exact same.
Yeah.
So if you're wondering, mine Glee and I are the same one.
Yeah.
Mine changes in the Solo aspect. I think Solo is better than any of the
sequel trilogy.
But that's just I haven't gone back and done the research because I'm not a corporate shit like you guys.
Closet where you in Wrath Stream.
When Wrath Stream till midnight. Where were you when Wrath Stream till midnight? When was that?
Yeah, dude.
He might have been in Punta Cana.
The Darth Maul cameo in Solo is really sick.
Yeah,
it's very cool. It's a big one.
I thought it was sick and stupid at the same time. That's my opinion. But I
want to hear you out. Why? Why was
Can't be stupid? Closet butt chucking corn. Hey, is there a way to ban someone? Clone, dude.
Corn enema.
So I guess to answer your question, I liked the Darth Maul thing because I like, okay, this leads to something. This is really cool.
But it kind of is. It kind of is though.
It just is cool.
It
But it
is.
was like
It's
it was
Darth
cool.
Maul. It's automatically cool. Like, don't be a loser.
It was cool.
But it is
for
it is leading to stuff
It
now.
is,
It's not
yeah.
leading to anything as far as I know live action. But dude, we're about to get a whole.
It's
freaking
leading
Darth Maul
to
in that.
Darth Maul watching Mace Windu get killed by Darth Vader.
We're getting Kira. We're getting Maul in this Shadow Maul Shadow
Crimson
Lord. We're
Dawn.
getting
Yeah.
yeah. So to me, that is the extension of that. You know, so we're getting.
Yeah.
But is it live action? No, I'll give you that. That's probably what I think you were
I
getting.
don't give a shit. I'm gonna be honest. Like everybody wants to hate on. Oh, they don't want animated this, animated that. Shut up. Just shut the fuck up. You want Star Wars? Or do you not want Star Wars? Like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to swear, but like, do you want Star Wars? Do you want content, or do you not want content?
Yo, that's actually sick, dude.
Did you bend the corner on that?
You
And
know,
also,
I'll be honest with you. Probably.
we also go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got.
Wow, that
But
was
also, if you think about it,
earth-shattering.
We could get it in live action in the Lando movie because that will eventually come out. You know, it's still in production, or not in production, but it's in the process
It's
of
on
being.
the shelf. Yeah.
Yeah, it's currently on the shelf, being tinkered with. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get something there. Rogue One, 7, Solo, 8 feet.
1,000 feet of dirt, and then 9.
Hey,
Yeah,
clone.
but-
Actually, no one asked you. They asked us.
Okay. Why 8? I think you probably picked 8 because it diverted expectations, and 9 was just changing everything that happened in 8. And I totally understand. I totally get your opinion on that. I'm just trying to think about how if that was Clone Force, right?
Yep.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
clone.
I try to think of how he'd think about it. So that's probably, yeah. I could see him have that take. Just undoing everything that they did in 8.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting for sure to the thought that I will be going back and watching that, because I now after our podcast on Carbonite Collectibles, we had Roger Christian on to talk about the Galaxy Built on Hope. And he was like, what I want you to do is I want you to go watch Andor again, just from 8 on. And I was like, yeah, I mean, cool, but it's like, if that's what I need to know for Andor, then we shouldn't have had 1 through 7. Like,
Same, and that's why I haven't even seen the second half of Andor season 2. I
haven't finished it.
But
Roger Christian told me I had to do it, so I'm going to do it.
You gotta do what Roger says. Yeah.
What about we talked about this best viewers on show? Oh, nice. Nice.
That was real.
I did find Star Wars Soda Closet.
Top 3 Star
Wars
live action shows.
I got your text there, clone. I saw that. It's sick. I'm gonna go tomorrow to try and get some.
Oh, the thing we're about to talk about next?
Yes.
Why don't we just go ahead and make a transition? Hold on.
Let's go for it. We can talk. Yeah, let's do it. Ask Nerd what he's watching. Probably hentai.
Yeah, dude.
He's watching the videos he took in the Dominican Republic where he was just walking randomly through the streets.
First off, I'm not Nerd. Okay, that he's talking about Nerd, and Nerd is watching him.
Oh,
he's right.
Oh,
yeah. Nerd's getting another lightsaber tattoo. He's just living his best life.
I heard he got one on his Johnson.
He got that Darth Maul.
He got Mace
Yoda.
Windu. He got Mace Windu. He got Yoda. Just
before we swap tangents real quick, I gotta ask.
No, shut up.
Okay. I gotta ask. So Matt, we've talked about this, but Closet, what is we probably might have talked about this too, but what's your top 3 live action Star Wars shows?
Ooh, good question. I've never been asked that actually. It's not Acolyte. No,
I think he's saying that's what Nerd's watching.
Okay.
Is
he actually watching Acolyte?
Nerd loves Acolyte.
I'm not ready to go back and give that a watch yet, but there's going to be a point where that's.
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Nerd's doing it now.
Denial.
Yeah, Nerd loves the space witches. I think so. Top shows. Are you talking about you'd only be talking about the Disney shows.
So those are the ones where it's not 3 hours and you sit down and watch them. It's broken up into segments. That's
they're
what
shows.
Yeah.
They're TV shows. Okay.
Yeah, well, some are on TV, some are not.
So okay, gotcha. So I would say for me, and now I need to preface this because people are going to see this and clip it and think that I'm saying these are good shows. I'm not saying that.
Sure, no, I'm just
saying-
asking your
Clipping
favorite.
fingers
I'm just
ready.
asking your favorite.
I know what
So
you're
my
asking.
favorite Star Wars movies, I don't think are the best ones objectively.
Yeah.
But they're my that's not the question. I ask what your favorite is.
I know what you're asking me. I just know what's going to happen to me when I answer this question.
You're just trying to
So-
save yourself from getting
And
put
it's
on
going to
blast.
happen no matter what.
Yeah.
Understood. Yeah, nobody's safe here.
So in I guess in order. So my favorite of the shows, and the only way I can answer this question is the shows I go back and watch again, which is like
Sure.
none of them. Is I would watch Kenobi again, because Kenobi's my favorite character. So like I can watch.
Really?
I could watch. I could watch Ewan McGregor play Obi-Wan Kenobi. All
He's
day.
a stellar dude.
He's perfect. So I love.
He's by far the best recast of any of the characters. That
Oh
they've
my
done.
gosh.
He's
Yeah.
an enigma compared to everybody else. If you ask me,
He is
he's
an
like
enigma. He's great. I love him. So I can watch it. It's not a good show. Let me be clear, not a good show.
no. I just
thought it was a
rewatched it
decent
recently.
show.
I would say
thought it was a decent
Mandalore seasons 1 and 2.
Yep.
I would watch that. That's number 2 for me. And number 3 would probably be Ahsoka.
Okay, cool.
I would watch those. For me, Star Wars, I love the Force and the Jedi and the Sith. That's what
The
I'm
mysticism.
into.
The Twilights.
I mean, yeah, I love that.
Kawaki and monkey lizards.
But it's funny, I say that, and then when the Acolyte comes on, I would rather watch paint dry. So, now I'm gonna
You'd
watch.
rather
it again.
watch RuPaul's Drag Race. RuPaul's
Yeah.
Drag Race.
Yeah, dude, on Peacock. Yeah, I would. Before that, but Clone, I pay attention, Clone Force 97, to what you're doing, even though you don't think I do. I would watch Acolyte again just to take some notes.
I'd be interested to watch that. Clone Force. That sounds.
It'd probably be more
interesting.
interesting than going and watching
The
the
power
fucking
of one. The power of two.
You know
the
what?
Power
Actually,
of one. The power
since
of
you
one and
just
a
referenced
half.
that, I'm not gonna watch it again because I can't.
Oh, speaking of which,
I will
boys,
eventually.
I did use that quote in a non-ironic and shit way. So I popped into my buddy Braden Thrifts.
Braden
Shout out Braden
Thrifts.
Thrifts.
Yeah.
I popped into his whatnot because he was continuing his numbered pull box, and he had a 1 of 1 as the one spin. You get one spin, and then you get a 1 of 1. So I popped in there the other day. I got my 1 of 1 I hit, and then today we continued. I think he continued like a couple days, but today was the last day he had it. Some dude had 5 spots. I think it was like 10 spots. And then he spins a wheel, and whoever wins it wins it. I had 1 entry. Some dude had 5 entries, and he spins the wheel. And I said, he was like, "How many shuffles do you want?" And he was like, "I'll take whoever does the first 2." I saw some dude say 7, so I just went, "Fuck it, 7." Rented a bunch, and then I'm watching this wheel going. And then it lands on me, and I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm an asshole, bro." So this dude, shout out, Braden, man. I don't know if you remember Slee, but the gift session that we did, I gifted him a card. It ended up being a sketch, and he gifted me a card. It ended up being a sketch on my first sketch yard. So now I've got my first sketch yard and my first 1 of 1, courtesy of my boy Braden.
That's sick. Shout out Braden.
Oh yeah, he'll be making an appearance on the podcast. He's gonna be moving up this way. So,
Yeah.
let's see. Hold on.
Very good.
Clone Force Wrath, how's the move? It's moving. There's nothing left. There's nothing left. I won't show you my closet because there's some dude in there recording a podcast.
Your closet's right there.
I'm right here.
Well, no, he's actually in my closet, which is right in this wall.
We've never admitted this, but I guess it's time, Raph.
Shut the fuck up.
God, I'm in Raph's closet. No one knows that, but I am. No one.
I'm in
You're
the
like Harry
closet.
I'm in the
Yeah,
closet.
it's that's actually the special announcement we had today, folks.
Closet News Tracers or RuPaul's
That's
Drag
it.
Race. This shit. Exposed.
Got him.
Yeah, dude,
Got him.
I love it. It's my favorite show. It's actually because I watched that '70s show on Peacock, and there's always
Yeah. We
Dude,
don't,
the Star
no
Wars episode of
excuses.
that '70s show is great. Did you just keep booting?
I've been booted twice. That's 2 boots.
Two boots. Das Boots.
Das Boots.
Darth Kenobi Closet, you coming to Chicago soon? I don't know. I heard there was a corn shucking competition out that way here soon.
If there's a
corn shucking or
shuck
corn
competition,
sucking, I heard the second one.
Kenobi, I have no plans to be in Chicago soon, but I'd love to be. I've been to Chicago once before. Loved it. Great deep dish pizza. Great hot dogs.
Shut up. God, you people, man. The great deep dish pizza.
Hey, Closet, random question, and you don't have to answer it on stream if you don't want to. But do you speak every Sunday, or do you swap out with other?
That is a crazy transition.
Okay. So Muff and I was just thinking about it because while we were watching your stream about the story. Muff, that's a dead name. Sorry, Wrath and I were gonna try to come out to one of them, or at least me, since I'm so close, man. I'd be interested to come check it out. I think it'd be dope.
Yeah. Oh,
he dead named me.
I did. I deserve it.
Yeah, let me know. Just text me anytime.
Sure.
Just get absolutely plastered in the parking lot and show up to
Yeah,
Closet's sermon. I know that guy.
Yeah. Just warn me before you do it.
Yeah.
Show up and try to get an autograph after.
All right, congregation, we're gonna have some really rowdy guests in the back of the chapel today.
Stay rowdy. Also, Closet, I legit tell you what I'm doing all the time. I don't care if people know. I don't know what that means, clone. What do you mean, dude? You tell me what you're doing.
Is that about the hentai or?
And I like it. You keep telling me. Closet, the only person who uses Peacock, probably. But you know what, dude? They got that '70s show.
You got RuPaul's.
I don't know what else.
Love Island.
Yeah, Love Island's on there. I think I'm in, dude.
60 Day Fiance.
Peacock. Let me be a sponsor. Me. You in? You in, dude?
I can see it.
Mr. Peacock, John Peacock. You in?
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
All right, do you want to answer your top 3 favorite Star Wars shows first?
I guess. I think I'm a host here or something. What was it? Was it the shows?
Yeah, top 3 shoes. And then we can move on.
It's in the name. Mandalorian's number 1.
Yeah,
I put Book of Boba Fett at 3.
Ooh, okay.
I would put Obi-Wan at 4 only because it's not what I wanted from that show. Quite frankly, I think it made Obi-Wan look like a bitch.
Last 2 eps were dope.
Yeah, but it's again, right? Are we gonna say that Acolyte was sick because the last 3 episodes?
But dude, same with Book of Boba. A lot of people would say that Boba Fett looked like a bitch.
Yeah, well, guess what? I don't care because Boba Fett ain't a bitch.
That's how I feel about Luke Skywalker.
And if you have any other opinions, you can tell them straight to my face.
So you said it was Mando 1, Ahsoka 2, Boba 3.
Mando, Ahsoka, Boba, Obi-Wan.
See, I was gonna do mine is very similar. I feel like I have to put Ahsoka at number 2. Obviously, Mando's number 1. I feel like I kind of have to put Ahsoka at 2, but I was gonna put Boba at 2 because I found myself.
I'm very close with those 2.
Yeah, I'm really close to those 2 because I found myself going back and watching episodes from both those shows quite frequently.
I mean, bro, say what you want about
Mando.
Boba talking a lot and he not getting the spotlight and the negatives. There's negatives. I'm not denying that there's negatives to it. That's a cat. What up, homie?
Hey, can you go somewhere? Can you Gary.
Bite his face. Bite his face. Don't let him tell you what to do. All right, so there's a cat in my closet now. Great.
All right.
But bro, we got Boba Fett riding on a fucking Rancor.
It was rad, dude. And him and Mando teaming up, going super haired, using all their sick gear.
And then Cad Bane showing up, and I'm gonna be real with you. I think Cad Bane's gone.
I don't know about that. I'm not fully. If you ask me, I'm 80% that he's still alive. Because he's got his little beeper on, and remember his little robot in Bad Batch of Clone Wars that comes.
Fuck that robot, bro.
I will stand by this. I think the greatest episode of Disney Star Wars TV ever made is in the Book of Boba Fett. I think episode 6 from the Desert Comes Stranger is the best episode of anything Disney Star Wars they've dropped TV wise. I'd say that. I'd say
Clone Force, I'm
Mando
not highlighting that
season 2
last one.
finale. I'd say that Mando season 2 finale, and then I probably would say the Obi-Wan episode where him and Vader fight. That shit was ridiculous. That was super cool.
I think the only thing that we could have got that would have been cooler would be Boba Fett on a crate dragon.
Or like Crate Dragon, or like, I guess, yeah, because there's no water there. It's gonna be like, oh, what about the Mythosaur? But
Would y'all
Crate Dragon
think
would
of
have been dope.
the cool like speeder chase? That was cool. How they're all dressed in different colors and like it's like the Power Rangers.
Coordinated.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then when that dude spun,
Yeah, the guy with the.
Did you like that because you like RuPaul, or
yeah, RuPaul. They have an episode of RuPaul's drag something where there's a guy that spins with a little Star Trek monocle thing. It's pretty cool.
Or like, what's the guy from Dragon Ball? Matt, is it Vegeta they use, or is it Piccolo? Who's the little? I'm talking about. The little, like, they got like the headset with the green eyepiece. I'm talking about in Dragon Ball.
bro? I'm still in Dragon Ball.
Oh, so you haven't watched?
I'm
Z
not on
yet.
Z, no.
Yeah, so it might be maybe Goku too. I don't know. Somebody in the comics.
I know.
Comments.
I know Vegeta does have a power level scanner.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm
his
talking
is
about.
pink.
Okay.
I think.
Pull it up, Jamie.
Yeah, we ain't got a Jamie around here, bro.
All right, shall we move forward?
One more question, then we'll go forward.
Okay. Question for all three: are Star Wars books better than movies? False. I'm a visual media guy. I like the whole package. I like visual and sonic ecstasy. So apologize.
You're a Sonic fan?
Talking about sounds, dude.
Out again. Dude.
Anyways,
How many boots is that for Sklee? Sklee's
2.
We're tied. We're tied for boots. I don't know that they're better, but I've only read like 3. So far those were not
There's
better.
your answer. Vegeta.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't read that many Star Wars books. Definitely something I want to get into, at least through the audio books. But
Me too.
really dig the comics.
Well,
the
hey,
audio comics are sick.
We could always start a book club.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Nerd.
I really
On
enjoy the
board?
Star Wars audio comics on YouTube. It's the closest thing you get to like a TV show or a movie, if you ask me.
Yeah.
They do really good voice acting, and then the sound effects and the score is fantastic. But yeah, I'm gonna need to do audiobooks probably.
Yeah,
but
you
I'm
can't
down.
read.
I'll do a book club with Clone Force. Banana Boy. Excuse me.
Well, yeah. It can't be false. The answer could be no. Shut up. We're going to segue into our next topic. We kind of briefly touched on that, but we have a new collaboration. Star Wars and Coca-Cola will be releasing Refresh Your Galaxy. So this goes a little bit deeper than I thought, right? So obviously you're your in-store characters like these, basic ones. But the cool thing is at the parks, I think it's at the parks. It might be both, but they're saying that there's an augmented reality experience from Coca-Cola and Star Wars. So you can send your own holo messages to friends and loved ones.
That's cool.
So this campaign for the summer. So here we've got 30 limited edition cans and bottle designs featuring bold new illustrations of some of your favorite Star Wars characters from across the saga. So the original taste, so the Coca-Cola, is going to have Lando, Obi-Wan, Queen Amidala, Kylo Ren, Ahsoka, Darth Maul, K-2SO, Boba Fett, Poe, The Mandalorian, Cassian, Grievous, and Palpy.
Cool.
That's a solid lineup. I'm going to be drinking a lot of. Well, I'll probably just buy cans. I'm not going to drink.
Yeah,
regular
I want to
Coke.
buy the cans for sure. The ones that characters want.
And then the zero sugar cans and bottles, I'm assuming, are gonna. I mean, let's be real. It's got to be the cans. Like I'd rather
think it's
have the cans than the
both.
bottles. No, I'm
I
saying
think-
like if you have to choose, I feel like
Oh
the can
yeah, the
graphics are gonna be
cans
better
cans
than
will
the
look better on
bottles
display.
because
Yeah.
the bottles are gonna be like that big.
Yeah.
And I bet you they're gonna retail for $300 on eBay for the complete set in like a week.
Wait, would you say the bottles are going to be like how big?
The bottles is just gonna be the wrappers, bro.
Oh yeah, you're not
It's
getting.
not
the
gonna be as
full art.
cool. You're not getting the
No,
full
you're,
art.
You're right. You're right.
Zero Sugar is gonna have Vader, Yoda, or Princess Leia, Anakin, Luke, Chewbacca, Han Solo, BB-8, C-3PO, R2-D2, Finn, Rey, Grogu, and an Imperial Stormtrooper.
It's
So
pretty
those are gonna
Bush
be
League.
sick.
It's pretty Bush League that they gave the better character Zero Sugar, but honestly, it's a great marketing
Zero Sugar?
decision. Yeah, Coke Zero.
I would
That's
argue
what-
that the Coke has better characters, bro.
So I think the Zero does, but I think it's actually the reason why they did that is because then they'll sell more. Because they put the more popular characters on the Zero, then people are going to buy more Zero, even though they probably want to get the OG.
Right.
Yeah, so that makes
Can
sense.
we get this to go bye-bye? What happened?
Yeah, no, they're really dope. I want to collect a lot. I might end up collecting them all. We'll see.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
And then there's going to be some that are only at Walt Disney World Resort and Disneyland, and that's going to be Mandalorian and Grogu, First Order Stormtrooper, and Chewbacca. So we're going to be able to
Dude, that
scan the
Malkan is
can.
Crazy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's the best one.
Oh,
We're going to be able
yeah.
to scan the can and access a galactic AR experience where we can learn more about the campaign and the designs.
Dope.
And you can send your own transmission hologram.
That's super cool, man.
So it's gonna be super sick. We got some can arts here.
That's good too.
This Ahsoka one's dope. It's her and Balin.
Oh, for real? That's
Yeah.
dope.
Look at that.
That's cool.
That's got to be. Yeah, that's Balin, bro.
Yeah, that's definitely Balin.
And then we got Kylo, which is the sick version here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Palpy's is sick.
Return of the Jedi pals.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, that Anakin one is fire,
That
bro.
one's
Need
fealty, dude.
Need it.
Oh, the Rogue, the hallway scene.
Yeah.
That one's all right. That's sick.
Yeah.
The Leia one.
Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope.
Ooh,
Nice, the lifting
that's a
back
nice,
scene.
that's a nice one.
Yup.
This is cool, dude.
Hey, we're not reviewing lightsabers closet.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, dude.
Oh.
That's it. That's the one.
Clone Force. If you go to the park, grab me one of those each if you can. And we'll talk about. I'll figure it out. We'll get it taken care of.
I will not
Love
take
you,
care of
brother.
it, but if you send it to me, I'll be thankful.
Poe.
We'll skip that one. C-3PO and
Squirty
Chewbacca. Chewbacca. Ooh, the glass
the
bottles are actually
glass.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
I might have to go to Costco and get a fat case if they have the
Yeah.
characters on them.
Definitely gonna jump on these, dude.
BB-8,
BB-8 action.
Cassian.
Cassian.
So yeah, this is what it is, right? So your cans are going to be the cool ones, right?
In
And then
theory,
they've got those ones at the parks. Those are at the parks, I think. Those
no,
are
because
regulars.
the parks they didn't say boba, they just said.
Oh no,
Mandalorian
these
Grogu.
are going to be like yeah, it's the different style of cans. So these are going to be one style of can. That's the typical cans that you get, right?
Interesting.
Okay, because they did this with Marvel too. There was different, and I didn't know
Yeah.
until it was too late.
Those were cool.
The glass bottles will have K2SO for Coke, BB-8 for Coke Zero. Regular bottles of Coke are going to have Cassian and Lando and Mando
That's cool.
and Obi-Wan.
That one's cool. Can you zoom in on that? I want to see the.
This is I can't really like.
Need it.
Padme, Queen Padme,
Queen Amidala.
Queen Bey. Poe, Boba,
Also,
Yeah, I mean
different
the
variants.
yeah. So I mean, well, it's the same arts. It's the same arts.
Yeah, but different bottles. So
But
the
different
idea is to
bottle.
get the cans.
Yep.
The
Cans are going to
cans are
be
the
where
best
it's
one.
at.
The
Oh,
regular
Grogu.
size cans, not the skinny
Not
cans.
the tall ones. Although I do want that skinny Boba Fett can. Little Han Solo.
Han.
Luke. Oh my.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very
get
cool.
closer, bro.
Ooh, that's cool.
R2 stick one.
R2 with 3P out. Rye.
Rice. We'll skip that one. Little C3PO again. Ooh, Din and Grogu.
That's the special one.
Yeah. That's a special one.
Special one, yeah. Chewbacca.
Yeah, let us know what you find, brother. Well,
Yeah.
I will pay you for them.
I'm gonna be on the hunt for these, man. These are cool.
And then, something for closet and stuff that he loves. But yeah, that's gonna be sick. And then this was really cool. Like the promotion picture and stuff for it. Refresh your galaxy.
Dude, give me one of those crates, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I need one of those crates. But
the
yeah,
artwork for each one is really cool, man. I think they did a great job.
So it's going to be in North America, Latin America, Europe, Japan, and Asia Pacific. But the parks offer the only way to collect the limited edition Mando, Stormtrooper, and Chewbacca. Okay. That's going to be sick. So they're going to be available in Walt Disney World in July at the food beverage locations across the resort. And then I think the rest of them are just going to be slowly rolling out with product throughout North America. So that's
I have a feeling.
Definitely sick stuff that they're giving us.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're going to sell pretty
Oh,
quick.
Coke's never going to have more sales in their life.
Yeah, dude, they're going to do crazy. I wonder how the Marvel sales went because they were everywhere for a minute.
I don't know. They I think they ended up pulling them because it was just kind of random that they were gone in my stores.
Yeah. I didn't see too many different characters. Like I saw Deadpool, like I saw Daredevil.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like in my stores because I saw them and stuff, they were really like you'd see a shit ton of Blade or a bunch of Wolverine, but nothing else. It wasn't like you got a variety in it. So I hope it's not the same. But your boy will be going to Costco to see if I can find some of them bad boys on a fat pallet.
Yeah, so I really hope they actually have variety because I know those other ones really didn't.
Legend in the chat. Legend in the chat. The Brick Creations and Collectibles.
Legend.
Legend. Club Force. But yeah, I think we head over to our next topic of discussion here.
Shall we?
They released an insane map of the galaxy recently here.
Dude, there's some fire shit on here. There's some really cool stuff. You got to go to the outer rim or the
look at this
regions.
Okay. Yep. So we can literally zoom in and go wherever we want. So outer rim, right? We've got
unknown regions.
Look at this. Zepho. We've got Dantooine. We've got Megiddo. So all your beloved planets from these games and everything. We can go all the way into the unknown region.
Yeah, dude. There's some good ones. Rakatan Prime is there.
Yeah. We've got Ilum. We've got, where was it? I saw it earlier.
Octo.
Where's
Ossus?
What's up?
Where's Ossus? That's where Luke's Jedi Academy is. OSSUS.
Oh, look, there's a planet for Closet. RuPaul, where they show nothing but RuPaul.
My favorite show.
Yeah, there's Endor over there.
Yeah.
To the left. So Aden and Dathomir are directly next to each other, which makes a lot of sense for the stuff we're gonna see in terms of the New Republic era. The Hutt.
I'm not seeing it, bro.
Ossus. Yeah, I'm about to look it up real quick.
Just look up what system it's in.
Okay.
But yeah, like you were saying, we've got
The Adega system. Outer Rim territories.
Okay. So it's gonna be over here. Pagano.
Bogano, yeah.
Look, right here. Dathomir and
See, Adad
Adad.
and Dathomir, bro, right next to each other.
Crazy.
Getting that old Republic mint. Thrawn's about to scoop
Mhm.
up that old Republic mint after he's at Dathomir. So he's gonna get money to build his new little empire. Dude, we gotta find. Dude, I'm super hype about Rakatan Prime. That's a big deal, bro. That's a huge deal. The ancient Rakatan alien
There's
species.
Batu.
Batu. Dude, where's Ossus, bro? The Adego system or Adega system.
Geonosis right here with Tatooine. Kolibin. Ryloth. For Ryloth!
What about Asogia?
What?
Asogia. Let me look it up. That's where ET's from.
Yeah, I don't think we're in the right solar system for that one, bud.
Let's see.
Here we go. Ossus.
Where is it?
Right next to Abyss.
Okay, dope. There she is. Very nice.
Yep.
What's
This map is insane. Here we got
Let's go.
Coruscant.
Oh, actually, it's Brodo Asogi.
Where, what?
Brodo Asogi, Star Wars. I got us. The Green Planet. Located near the border of the Outer
Sereno.
Rim.
Sereno right here. Mandalore, our favorite planet,
Yes, sir.
right next to Conquered Dawn.
It's
what is it?
located near the border of the Outer Rim territories in wild space, nearby Kaylee and Huck. That's where ET is from. The extraterrestrial. It's in there somewhere.
Where is it again?
It is between. Also known as the Green.
poster's sick.
Also known as the Green Planet. It is located near the border of the Outer Rim territories and wild space, nearby Kalee, Kalee, and Huck, Huk.
Right here. Bastion Anthin. I don't see it, bro.
Let's see it now. Did they remove it? That would be bullshit.
Definitely did.
We'll look it up.
But yeah, it's a sick map, man. I definitely need a poster of this.
Did
I
they
think
have
it'd
it in
be
an
sick.
app?
I think it would be sick to get like almost like one of those electronic frames that you can just kind of like move around and reorganize like a photo in and stuff like that, touchscreen. Even just like if you had a Star Wars themed like main cave and you put an iPad on the wall and just had that map up at all times, so you could just fucking, be sick.
It's mentioned in the thing that drops.
I mean, I don't see it.
Yeah, it says the Brodo Asogi system was mentioned in the current Star Wars canon in the appendix Star Wars Systems of the Galaxy, published on the StarWars.com website on June 24th, 25, as a part of the Star Wars Galaxy article. Yeah. So it's in there somewhere.
I mean, it's Kaylee and Huck.
Yeah, let's keep looking
Meaningless.
around. Unless they moved it. Brodo Asogi. Where is this thing? I am curious.
I don't know. They left off Camino?
Ain't no way.
That's
No
what I was
way.
just wondering about. Is Camino on there? I guess not.
If it is not in our archives, then it does not exist.
I mean, it would make sense for them canonically to leave it off here.
Yeah. Yavin. Dude,
Carlo?
what percentage of planets do you think we've visited in Star Wars that we've seen
On
in any sort of
screen?
in any sort of project, video games, canon, any visual media. So video games,
Well, this is all of them.
TV shows. Yeah, I
A
know.
lot
but
of
I'm talking
these
about
planets
ones-
are legends.
No, that's canon. That's the canon map.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you tied in with legends,
No, I'm talking about canon. Like all of this, everything that you're seeing here is the actual canon Star Wars galaxy.
right?
So I'm saying,
So,
what
are you
percentage?
asking what percent of canon?
No, what percent of planets have we seen? Yeah, in the canon visual depiction. So movies, TV shows, animated, video games. What percentage we've seen? It's probably like 5 or 10.
I have not seen Camino, so
It's Outer Rim. It's beyond the Outer Rim. Oh, but never mind. That's not it. Shoot. Man, Octo is really out there. No wonder Luke fucking moved out there. Got away from everything. I wish it would show us where Tanalorr is.
yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm gonna have to
Please spell ET's planet.
I got you. Brodoasogi. Brodo Asogi.
Oh, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
This is the appendix.
Damn, all those are A. Shit.
I don't see it.
Wikipedia be lying, dude.
Berto Asogi, Perrin,
There it is.
J4.
J4, dude. It's in there. Dude, I want to give us some more ET species, bro. in
So
Star
we're
Wars.
looking J4. It's in here, but it's not shown as a bullet.
Really?
It would be in here.
Why would they not show it though?
That's weird.
Well, I mean, if you look at the appendix,
Yeah, it's there.
it's 59 pages. So they can't possibly put every single one of these as a dot on there, right?
Yeah, you saw Plagueis' planet was right by it.
Yeah.
Where it should
bro.
be. Monolist. Unilist. Can you find Korriban? It's probably just the biggest planets that they could put on there. I mean, because you're right. It's 59 pages. Like, how many pages of just A-named planets are there? Like 4, 5?
Probably.
This is fascinating. They need to put this in the app if they haven't, so I can just like look through it.
That might be a problem.
So could you maybe just like can you like you
I
know you
don't
can like
see
pinch?
Korriban on here. Well, so this is interactive here. I'm zooming all the way in. Nothing changes on it. Hey, does it? No.
Interesting.
I don't see Korriban.
Korriban.
Yeah, look. Would be right here before Korriban.
Or maybe it's Malachor.
I've got Malachar. Malachor. S4. And a throwback, anybody?
Yeah. Love it.
The best game.
Malachor would be
I'm a big fan of the remake, dude. It's taken over
Right
as
here.
my favorite Star Wars game for sure.
There you go. There's Malachor.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna piece you. You too, my guy. Thank you for
You
checking in
too.
with us.
Thanks for being here, Clone Force.
My clone.
But yeah, that's something that you can go and look at, and I'm pretty sure they have a book with this whole map in it too.
That's super sick.
Let me go ahead and there you go, chat. In case anybody wants to go check that out. But yeah, so that's the map news. But on to the next thing that we are about to talk about. So, Slee, do you want to rein in on what we've got going on here in a month or two?
Ooh, yes. So, Wrath and I were fortunate enough to get our press passes for a Rebel ScumCon. So this will be our first convention as official content creator streamers. So we're super excited, man. Glad that we got the opportunity. I've never been to Texas before either.
Humbled.
Very, very humbled, man. We're going to go and have a great time. Try to interview, talk to as many people as we can, make connections, make some great videos, some great content, and post it up here for you guys, man. Super excited. It's going to be a blast.
And the best part about it, well, second best part about it, okay? Second best part about it is we're going to be doing a little road trip on the way there. So there's going to be content of that. Maybe a couple stops here and there. We'll have a bunch of videos for y'all. But the best part about it all is there's a certain person that Sklee and I will be picking up when we drive through this southern state of Georgia. And that man is right here. His name is Timothy Jimothy, aka Star Wars Closet.
Peacock's #1 streamer of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, and we're gonna watch it the whole drive. I'm gonna have it on.
Have in-depth reviews.
Yeah.
And cosplay.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I'm in.
Nah,
But yeah,
super,
for those
super
of
looking forward to
you
it.
who live under a rock and have never heard of what Rebel ScumCon is, it's probably one of the bigger up and coming. I would say probably the biggest up and coming of the conventions on the Star Wars circuit, right? I think this is what, year 2 for them. I want to say.
It's one of the first, like I'd say the top 3.
Yeah. But we're just gonna scroll this quickly. We can break this down a little bit, but this is the guest list so far, and this is a convention that's under 5 years old.
It's crazy.
Insane. Crazy. The crazier part about it is there's more people that aren't going to be at the convention, but there is. Where was it?
So who's all rooming together? So it's me, you, Closet,
brother.
Gazer.
The room is going to be the Wrath of Mandalore channel.
You
is going to be the Man of the Closet.
Brah.
We're going to have a Jedi who frequents the jungle.
Ooh.
And then we're going to have an old guy who looks at stars.
That's it.
Nice
It's going to be a deep room. It's going to be a deep
room.
room.
To hang out with all y'all, man.
The other thing that's going to be sick is...
Will of the Force is going to be there. And Carly
Will of the
King.
Force is going to be there. Carly King is going to be there.
Big fan.
This is at Boonta Eve. So this is the night before the convention starts. They're going to have the Katie Sackhoff show recording there.
Nice.
So they've got 13 more exclusive celebrities that aren't going to be at Rebel ScumCon that are going to be at Boonta Eve. So we've got Duchess Satine.
Dope.
We've got Kaz Jono. I think that's how you say that. We've got Dr. Pershing. We've got Dak Ralter and Bespin Boba Fett. We've got Vane the Pirate. Pam Riddle has done a bunch of the Mandoverse creatures. Warren Proul Jr. Did a bunch of double stuff for Obi-Wan and a bunch of people in the Mandoverse. We've got Fawn Davis, who is a part of ILM. That's massive. Worked on special editions, prequels, and The Mandalorian. David Ankrum, who's the voice of Wedge in New Hope and Rogue One. Senator Jono in Ahsoka, Nelson Lee. And then J.J. Dashnaw, who is Deputy Scott in the Book of Boba Fett. And he's also a stunt coordinator.
Sick, bro.
So all of those people are going to be there on Friday, 8 to midnight at the Revel Patio and Grill. And they've got a full bar, live band karaoke, and probably a massively delicious food menu.
It's going to be dope.
Can't wait.
Closet, is this going to be your second con?
Second one.
Same for us, but really your first, bro, because like you kind of just dipped in on the first one.
Yeah, I kind of got my feet wet with ICCC, so this will be my first full experience.
I'm excited for the trip. I'm excited to hang out with you guys.
Bro, this man's got jokes. This man's got jokes. Rex, how you doing, man?
Oh my gosh.
Lane Workshop, how you doing, bro? Glad to have you in here.
So talented.
Are you gonna be at Rebel Skunk?
The Stranger Helmet is wild.
He'll be there because he has to be.
Yeah, you got to be there now. If Closet's going, you got to go.
Yep.
But look at that, $34, and you can go to this event, bro.
Dude, let me play, bro. Let me get up there and play.
Live band, this fucking Mellow Pool reunion.
Live band karaoke, dude. Just hop in.
Dude, me and Scully could rock that, bro. Put me on the drum.
Karaoke would go crazy. I can hop on karaoke too.
Let's go, dude.
Bobby the Legend is gonna be MC.
Bobby.
DJ Elliott, massive. We got Spencer.
Really excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited to meet
Will.
Carly. I've been following her for years.
Yeah.
She's awesome. And then
really like
obviously
Will a lot.
Will of Force Band, legend,
Yeah.
absolute legend.
Yeah.
Speaking of other things too that we can't wait for. There's going to be some massive photo ops. A lot of Mandalorian photo ops. We've got, I think, Sam and Matthew Wood are doing one together.
Okay.
It's going to be sick. Closet, you know what to do.
I'm going to make that one. But on a fun note, I'm working on a helmet right now. Okay. Well, Millennium, that's sick. But you know what? None of us care unless you're with us in person.
Whoa.
Sit there and admire your creations in person. Okay, that's what we want to do.
So, all right, now that guy's gone.
Hey, I'm up.
That's 3.
I'm up, bro.
That's 3. It's 3. Yeah, obviously we love you, bro, but might have to 3D model the Broken Tusk logo. Hold the thought on that because we might be changing the logo, but that would be insane, bro. That would be right in the background. That I will make sure that gets a spot on my wall.
Yeah.
That would be incredible. But I think the crazier
get a certificate of authenticity too.
Yeah,
signature. That'd be so sick.
The crazier thing is, within the next couple months, I'm gonna be slimming down physically, and we're gonna have to work on a custom cosplay armor, brother. It's gonna be massive. It's gonna be massive. I can't wait for it. But back to the guests, bro. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure they're not even done still, because there's no headliner.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have more, I think.
I mean, they just added Robert Ems from Ahsoka. Or not Ahsoka. Fucking. Get myself out of here.
Andor.
Here we go, guys. I got you.
There we go. Finally, just us. That's how it should have been the whole time. How are you, Scully? Oh,
I'm wonderful. Very nice of you to join us.
I might have to go solo. Obviously, you know, I'm a huge Mandalorian guy, so the possibility everything I make comes with a signed plaque, bro.
Balling.
Oh my. Yeah, we might have to kick Millennium some royalties from the podcast.
Say
you know,
less,
the Star Wars closet logo really needs your touch to it. I don't know if you want to like hit me up sometime. I don't know, dude.
Anyways, hold on. He can only count to 4. You were saying something about some dude in a closet? Hold on.
Damn, my IC's busted in. It is hot up in this bitch.
Are you in the bonus room?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
I know exactly what his house looks like and where it is. If anybody wants to know, let me know. I can drop the address.
Go on.
Yeah,
Anyways.
closet will literally go assassinate me.
Go on.
I can be there in 30 minutes.
And the shotgun barrel
Like
will be
dominoes.
in your forehead. George does not fuck around.
Mm-mm. Hell no.
Nah. We can't even ADHD mind, bro. We can't even focus.
Yeah, it makes great entertainment.
I definitely want to get all the Mandalorians on a photo op. I think this will probably be more of a photo op kind of event for me.
You think so? If you get one with the armor and pads, I feel like you would.
Bro, let me show you something. Not only am I going to get one with that. Oh, where is it? Oh, God.
I keep thinking of what Nerd was calling this convention.
We don't need to repeat that.
Yeah,
Nerd's got a mind of his own. He's a dirty mind.
The Bad Batch. Ooh.
Look at this. Bad Batch photo op. Bad Batch duo, Omega and
Omega.
Rampart. We got the Clone Wars Dark Side, Wood and Whitwer. We got
cool.
the Kaminoans. We've got Jabba's Court. We've got the Night Owl Mandalorians. We've got the owners of the Darksaber. That's a crazy photo op.
That's a wild photo op.
This is the one that I want so badly. Return to Mandalore. Revenge of the Sith one with all those ones.
Plo Koon and Eth Koth, dog. Fire.
I need a mall comic sign. Might send it to one of you. Send it to me, bro. I got you.
Oh, yeah.
Send it to me, and I'll let you know how much his signature is. I will book that for you. I want
to get one of the.
But look at this. This is the way.
Yeah, it'd be epic.
It'd be insane.
I kind of want to get a Starkiller Black Series and get it signed. I think that'd be sweet.
That would be sick. So if you want that, that's going to be a premium, I believe.
$80.
It's not, which is not bad for somebody of Sam Witwer's caliber, man.
Dude, $40 for a selfie's epic.
Yep. I mean, Katie's is 100. So. But yeah, the cool thing too is you can get CAS authentication for $10. You can get a photo frame on your photo for $10 and then extra prints for 15, which is super cheap industry wise. But yeah, just a whole bunch of dope stuff going on. I'm incredibly honored and humbled to even have had the opportunity to connect with all the great people at Rebel Scum Con and make this happen. And the content is going to be insane. All the boys are going. Yeah, content. You guys thought that there was a lot of ICCC content from the Grupo, but we're gonna.
This is gonna be insane.
I'm probably not gonna sleep.
I'd like to get a GoPro, borrow somebody's GoPro for this. I think it'd be fun, just like to do the trip and everything. Like
I'm gonna get I'm trading some devices with Gazer, and I'm gonna be getting a gimbal for the phone, like a DJI, like the Pocket Osmo, and doing that kind of stuff.
You guys are trading used devices? That doesn't sound very sanitary.
Oh my!
Well, they'll be sanitized. Oh, dude.
Yeah, that's sick.
That's gonna be sick. Yeah, dude. We can make that happen. I mean, you got my contacts. We can make that happen, bro. I would be happy to do that for you. That's gonna be so insane. So insane, my man. But yeah, even I want a Femi Taylor autograph, bro.
Ula, yeah.
I want a Femi Taylor autograph on that. She probably got some really nice 8x10s of Because this is not one that you normally see around, Ula.
No, definitely not.
And then you got to get Howie Weed auto.
Yeah.
You got to get
Howie Weed.
a Wampa auto. Swearingen's gonna be there as well. Omega's gonna be there. This one's a pretty big one, Rampart. I mean, it's crazy. He's done three completely different characters.
He
did Rampart. He did that guy on
Bode.
Bode. And then he did I forget who that one was. I want to say it was fuck, it almost looks like an Inferno Squadron character. Get the Insta 360 Ace Pro 2 with the camera grip. The thing is way better than the Osmo Pocket. I'm gonna have to look into that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to spend $1,000 on a DJI, Look at Millennium Workshop, just always hooking the boys up, making sure we're taken care of.
Millennium always
Really
knows,
appreciate
bro.
it.
He knows everything, bro. If he doesn't know it, you don't need to. Rena Owen was super dope when I met her at ICCC, so I might get her to autograph the I forget what I got. I got I think it's a Tonway card.
Roger.
Numbered one. Yeah, your boy Roger Christian. I'm definitely getting his documentary, and I'm definitely getting a pin, and I'm definitely gonna bother him again.
It's just crazy that man's like 80 years old, bro. That blows my
he's like
mind.
81 years old. He looks like he's in his 60s.
60s. He looks fantastic for his age.
He's doing great.
Excited
Ross
to hang with him.
Yeah, he's super dope.
Skywalker.
This one's
the
gonna
original
be cool
Mara
too.
Jade.
The original Mara Jade.
Very nice.
She's gonna be there, so that's gotta happen. Steven Constantino is a great guy. I met him at ICCC as well.
Java.
Toby's gonna be there, so I think what's his face passed away not too recently. The OG Java, right?
Is that not the OG Java?
No, the other guy that does it, I think. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I know one of the guys that did Java had passed. Let me see. Less expensive, has AI editing built into the photo and video quality is wild. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look into that. We might snag one of those for the channel here this week.
That'd be very cool.
Ooh. I did not see this announcement. That's going to be dope. ETH Cough.
Cool.
Sick. I mean,
where's Plo Koon? Did we see him already? He's in there.
No, he's not.
He is. He was in one of them earlier. It was the Jedi. I remember it was the dual photo op.
I think that's. Oh yeah. He is there.
There he is.
He also did the Nemoidian. So I think
cool.
there's a Jedi Order photo op. I'm pretty sure.
Very cool. Dude, the Clone Wars one is epic.
This one's gonna be insane too.
Yeah, that one's the best one, probably.
Yeah, Jedi Council. And who knows? They could get added to. Because again, we're missing out on some people. I think they did have like one or two cancellations. I want to say. I might fuck around and get a tattoo, boys.
Bro, I'm doing it. Let's go. Let's do it.
He's gonna get some tramp stamps
because I've seen these guys work, bro, and they're very talented.
What kind of tattoo would you guys get?
I'd get Closet's face on my left buttocks.
I'm getting Wrath's face on my right buttocks.
Yeah, this one was. I was sad about this one. Julian Glover can't go anymore. And it was going to be his final U.S. appearance.
Damn.
Yeah. Womp.
Womp, womp, womp.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I am super stoked.
Yeah, it's an understatement, man. I'm really, really excited for this. I had a blast at ICCC, but I didn't really get to enjoy the full thing because we had to drive back for my festival that I was playing. So I'm really just excited to be fully invested in this.
Oh,
Gotta
these
go
are
to a
gonna
new
be
state.
sick.
Oh, this is the pin backs?
No, these are the autograph cards.
Oh, those are fantastic, dude. Those are really cool.
Or
The
trading
OG
cards. is what they are.
Kennerbacks.
Yeah, OG Kennerbacks. Challenge coin is filthy, bro.
I like that poster.
Build a patch.
The patch.
Lanyard. This is from 2024. This stuff's
Very
from
cool, man.
2024. All of this is from 2024.
Look at the caps, bro. Let me see them caps.
Yeah, this is last year's.
Very cool.
That's actually a sick bundle. Bag, 3 badges, all 3 badges from last year in the trading cards.
Really cool logo.
Sick blanket. I mean, they got some dope stuff.
I wonder when they'll release their 25.
Probably here soon.
Because it's beginning of August.
Yeah,
Like, what's the date on it?
August 8th through the 10th.
Okay, cool.
So yeah,
Sweet.
if you guys don't know what this is, they still have tickets. So get your tickets. Come meet your boys there.
Yeah, come hang with us, man. We'd love to.
You know, maybe you hop in a video or not. Who knows? There'll be all kinds of fun stuff going. The VIP is very reasonably priced, and it comes with a lot of benefits. So, these are the prices for just individuals, which is crazy. But yeah, it's gonna be a sick time. It's gonna be dope. I guess Closet. What's your like favorite thing that you've seen so far for Rebel Scum? Or what are you looking forward to the most?
For me,
Other than cuddling with us.
I was gonna
Mostly
say
the
Closet's
cuddling.
my favorite thing.
yeah, mostly the cuddling.
Yeah.
I'm not like I've said this before. I don't know how many times, but I'm not like a big auto guy. So like I'm not.
Yeah,
That's not something I'm.
you weren't a Star Wars card guy until like a month
That's
ago.
true. Now I have 3. So yeah, you know, for me it's just the community. I like meeting people,
Yeah.
connecting, and then people that interact with my stuff that I get to meet in person if they happen to be there. That's always really exciting. So that's the kind of stuff. And hopefully not being sick. That'd be great.
Yeah,
You better not be.
optimal. Otherwise, we'll just have to douse you in isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Whatever works.
Or you could drink a couple of these and like grow a pair.
That's my guy, dude. That's my guy.
But I sent you the photo I took with the Insta. Saves the original photo. The last one was 9:45 at night. Oh my! Anytime Millennium sends me a photo on Instagram, I immediately have a nerdgasm.
I love that dude, man. Millennium's a good dude.
He's been in here quite a lot.
Bro, the quality on that is insane. That's the AI editing. Is that what you're showing there, Millennium? Like it just automatically does that. Wow. Yeah, I think I know what camera I'm getting, boys. I think I know what camera I'm getting.
What else we got, bro?
That's it from my end. I don't know if you guys have anything else that you would like to talk about tonight, but
I'm chilling.
I mean, in
tired,
terms of yeah, I feel you. In terms of what you can expect from our channel, I mean everything, man. We're gonna be getting into the conventions. We're gonna be doing some lore stuff. It does it automatically. It's crazy.
Videos, probably a lot of live streams, just in general. We just love doing this. We love the community. You know, we love shooting the shit, like picking people's brains. You know, kind of a little bit of everything, man. Some collecting, some interviews.
Definitely some collecting.
Yeah, for sure, some collecting.
There will definitely be interviews at some point on this podcast for sure.
Yeah, and reviews too, content reviews.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, that's That's pretty much all I have for tonight. I appreciate all of y'all being in here, and if you're watching on the posted video on the channel, appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully, you can make the next one. It was a little bit short notice, just because I didn't know if I'd be able to make this work with the setup and all this stuff. Literally, Pop comes in the last minute, bro.
That's really
literally the last minute,
especially you, Pop.
Classic Pop.
But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be dope. A lot of content coming. We'll probably have our first video out. What do you think, Skley?
Probably some point next week.
Next week. Mm-hmm. And then we've got other things that are on my docket that are gonna be getting recorded here. So just stay tuned, man. We're all just Star Wars fans here. We want to create cool stuff and have y'all be a part of it. So yeah, make sure to hit that like button.
Hit the like button, subscribe for sure.
Subscribe, bell notifications on.
Yeah, if you're interested in following any one of us, you got our little tags right here.
Yep. Go ahead and shoot us all follows and likes and boost the algorithms and juice the egos. But yeah, appreciate all of y'all being here, man.
Closet, it's been an honor having you as our first guest, man. Couldn't have thought of anybody better, bro. You're a homie.
Thank y'all for having me. Sorry, I'm letting you down by being under the weather, but you know what?
Nah, dude. You rose to the occasion. You did very well. I feel like a little low energy tonight, but you brought it out of us. We appreciate you, the conversations that do. I'm super stoked to hang with you and spend some more time.
I'm super stoked to be hanging with you for more than a little breakfast.
Whatever, dude. That's why I can't wait for Dallas. I got to make up for jumping out of ICCC so fast.
Heck yeah.
You don't follow them. Don't follow them.
Not a boy, Pop. Pop's
that's the guy. Yeah, Pop's got us. Speaking of which, we'll probably be having your boy Pop on here at some point.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Might be our first bilingual podcast. Who knows?
That'd be fantastical.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. But yeah, appreciate you guys all for turning in here. That's gonna be it from us today. Big things coming, lots of content, merch possibilities, the gaming stuff on Twitch. I already started Jedi, whatever the first one is, but the second game I'll probably do a recording of and we'll be posted on YouTube. But follow me on Twitch.
We'll be running a lot of Battlefront too. So
we'll probably be going on that together from the old Skley station. Let's go, sexy time. I'm dead. Closet's retired from gaming. He's awful. So he will be joining us with that. But
I'm not retired from gaming. I just don't own. I have a Nintendo 64. And it doesn't go live. It doesn't go online.
Really, that's all you have?
Yeah.
We can facilitate something. Luckily for you, I definitely have the hookup, so we can make that work.
Text me, bro. Text me.
Yeah, cool. I got you.
Sell him a bootleg PlayStation.
I know. I got a limited edition on my.
Get him the Soldier Boy 2 or whatever it was. The little thing.
The game console, dude.
Yeah, dude. My N64 won't connect to Wi-Fi. I don't know what it is. I keep putting modems inside of it.
Fucking boomer.
I'm old, dude.
But yeah, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So we'll catch y'all on the next one. Appreciate y'all. Much love.
The force be with y'all.
Peace out, guys.
Hey guys. Bye.